The test of pragmatic language is designed for children and adolescents 6 to 8 years old. The purpose of the test is to identify individuals with pragmatic language deficits, to determine the individual's strengths and weaknesses among the different types of pragmatic skills, to document an individual's progress in pragmatic language as a consequence of special intervention programs, to measure pragmatic language in research, and to address the needs of specific populations.
The clinician will read aloud the red font in the test booklet. She will mark 1 for correct and 0 for an error. There are no basals or ceilings. All test takers begin at question 1 and go through until the last one. The red booklet is used for clients aged 6 to 7, and the blue booklet is for clients aged 8 to 18. Kathleen is 6 years and 0 months old. She was referred to Miss Lauren for difficulty in social aspects of language by her first grade teacher.
Here is a picture of a boy at the doctor's office. Look at the boy carefully. What is he saying to the doctor, and how do you know this?
The clinician is able to repeat the question because the child did not respond within 15 seconds.
Here is a picture of a boy at the doctor's office. Look at the boy carefully. What is he saying to the doctor, and how do you know this?
I don't feel good.
Now Cindy wanted to paint a picture. She got her paint, paper, and brushes ready. Her dad told her that she had a meeting to go to in 10 minutes. He said, "Do you think you should wait until later to paint?" What did Dad mean when he said that?
She likes to paint.
Now we're going to see a new picture. Here is a picture of a lady eating in a restaurant. Look at the lady carefully. What is she saying to the waiter, and how do you know this?
She's mad her food's burnt.
It does look burnt. In this picture, Cindy asked her mom to take her to the movies. Her mom said, "Your little brother's toys are all over the house. I don't have time to clean up and take you to the movies too." Cindy tried to think of a way to work things out for both of them. What could Cindy say?
Maybe she should ask her mother nicer.
Okay, new picture. Here Matt was telling about a scary movie he saw. Cindy did not want to hear any more about it. What did she say?
This is not a movie I want to hear about.
In this picture, Mom was supposed to pick up Kate at 4 p.m. Mom waited a long time and Kate was very late. When Kate finally got there, Mom said, "Thanks a lot for being on time." What did Mom really mean when she said that?
She's thanking her mom for being on time.
Here we have a store. Here's a picture of something happening in a store. What is the customer saying to the salesperson, and how do you know this?
How much is this toaster?
Okay. Here, Cindy was teasing Matt a lot every day. He got mad. They had been good friends for a long time. Now Matt is so mad that he won't call Cindy or visit at her house. What can Cindy say to get Matt to be friends again?
I'll stop teasing you.
In this picture, Matt was telling his teacher a story about the beach and the sailboat. In the middle of the story, he suddenly started talking about his new tennis shoes. Then he began talking about Chad's new skateboard, and suddenly he asked about the math test. The teacher said, "Stop." Matt knew something had gone wrong. What went wrong in Matt's story?
The teacher does not understand the boy.
Some boys were wrestling and playing around. Stan accidentally tripped Scott. Scott was very angry about falling. He said that Dan tripped him on purpose. It really was an accident. How can Dan explain that it was an accident?
I know you're mad, but it was an accident.
Can you tell me a little bit more about this picture?
The clinician says, "Tell me more." She is prompting the client to qualify her ambiguous answer so it can be marked for full credit.
I didn't mean to trip you.
Brad was watching some older kids start to play a baseball game. He wanted to play too, but he was not sure they would let him play with them. He looked at all the kids. What did Brad see, and what did he say?
I want to play too.
Matt was in a hurry to pass out all the cookies. He forgot to give one to Kate. Kate said, "Matt, you are so rude. You forgot me on purpose. Give me a cookie." Matt stopped and turned around. He told Kate that she was the rude one. Kate knew she needed to fix things between them, and she still wanted a cookie. What did she say to fix things?
I'm sorry I was rude. May I please have a cookie?
Matt was hanging up his poster. He wanted everyone to see it. Cindy and Kate were busy talking about a very important problem they had. Matt yelled at them, "Hey, look." Then he yelled, "Hey, I'm talking to you." This interruption made the girls angry. What did Cindy say to him?
Don't talk to us.
Chad and Matt were playing a game. Chad kept calling Matt bad names, and Matt got very, very angry. Chad kept on calling Matt bad names, so Matt got up and went home. Chad telephoned Matt later and said, "What's wrong? Why did you go home? We were in the middle of our game." How could Matt explain what the problem is for him and what he needs?
How would you like it if I called you names?
Yeah, name calling's not very nice. The teacher said that she was feeling sick today, maybe getting a cold. She asked the class to work together in groups quietly. She asked them not to talk loudly and to stay in their seats. Matt talked loudly. The teacher asked him to be quiet. Matt got out of his seat 2 times. The teacher said, "Matt, I really think you are being unfair to me right now." Why did the teacher say that?
We didn't listen to what she said.
Cindy was having a slumber party with 2 of her friends. It was very, very late, and they were laughing and talking. Her dad came in and said that it was time to go to sleep, but Cindy and her friends wanted to stay up a little longer. Her dad seemed tired and angry. What can Cindy say so that he will let them stay up a little longer?
Can we please have 1 more hour?
The class earned free time by being quiet in the library. Kate was very loud, talking about a problem she had. Matt and Cindy were watching Kate. They saw how she was feeling, but they wanted her to be quiet in the library. What could they say to Kate?
Would you please shut up?
This is a completed score booklet. The left column is the clinician's script. For each picture, the middle column gives guidelines for the clinician and tells what a correct response would contain. In the right column, the clinician should document the examiner's responses and the score in the boxes. Only 17 items were administered because Kathleen is 6 years old. Examinees aged 8 and up get tested until number 43 or the end of the blue exam book. You may think Kathleen did exceptionally well on this examination, but statistically, she received credit for only 4 out of the 17 questions. Her score was low because the responses have specific criteria that need to be met in order for a score of 1 to be given. For example, on the first item, Kathleen made no reference to the setting situation. To have gotten full credit, she should have mentioned the voice of resistance to the doctor's medicine. However, in number 12, Kathleen's response was correct because she included an apology and a request for a cookie while maintaining politeness. A wrong answer would be, "I'm sorry," or "sorry for being rude." According to Kathleen's score, she has difficulties in monitoring facial expressions and body language, justifying responses, and introducing topics. Notice she did not make eye contact during the exam. All 4 of Kathleen's correct responses show she understands purpose in informing, explaining, requesting, apologizing, and the rest in the group. The test concludes that Kathleen has a mild pragmatic language difficulty. She may have a learning disability or behavior disorder as well.